6, the HTML web design. Question 6.1, you must remember that HTML is always divided into two questions. 6.1 is where they give us an example of a web page with clear instruction on what to do with question 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in this case. Question 6.2 is where they only provide us with a screenshot where we have to then recreate this web page. Right, so question 6.2 is where we get a screenshot and we have to edit our Notepad++ document, our coding, so that it looks exactly as in the screenshot. So let's start with question 6.1. 6.1 says, open question 6.1 torchbearer. So we are going to open this in Notepad++ as well as in our web browser that looks like this. Question 6.1.1 says, add a title for the web page that reads Torchbearer in the tab. So there we will see 6.1.1 is the title. There's an open tag title and a close tag title, and that is where we are going to add the word Torchbearer. So if we save this and we go across and we refresh, the word Torchbearer will now appear in the tab of our browser. Then question 6.1.2, change the heading welcome up to web page text to a white color and make it the biggest heading size. Now currently you can see there 6.1.2, the font color is black, so we can change this to white, or we can simply remove this attribute because the default color is already white. The second part of the question says the heading must be the biggest heading size. So therefore, we are going to add then H1 open tag and an H1 closing tag for our biggest heading. 6.1.3, correct the image tag to show properly as indicated in the screenshot on the previous page. So if we have a look, that is where the image is. We can see the image is clear and the image appears in the center of this web page. So now we can see there's the tag for the image, and immediately we can notice that this image does not have a file extension. So we need to look at the 6 torchbearers image in our folder. Let's go see, there is 6 torchbearers, and we can see that this file is a PNG file. So the extension that we are going to add is .png. Now, if we save and we go to our web browser and we refresh, we can see this image is now visible, but it needs to appear in the center of the web page. So therefore, we are going to add an open tag center, and we are going to add a closing tag center as well. If we add that and we save and we go to the web browser and we refresh, we will see that this image now appears in the center. Question 6.1.4, change the text how to become a torchbearer to a heading style that is one size smaller than the main heading. Now you will remember the main heading we changed to H1. So this heading for 6.1.4 is one size smaller. So therefore this heading becomes H2. And we save that. And the last question for 6.1, 6.1.5 says correct the hyperlink in the last line of the web page to work correctly to go to the website listed in the text. So we can see there was an attempt to add a hyperlink, but the tag and the attribute is missing. So the tag is A and the attribute that we need to add is href. That is the only thing that was missing there. So it's A, href with the web page on the link closing tag A. Then we can save. Let's just quickly go across and have a look. There is on the link. All right. So that is the end of question 6.1. Then we can save and close Notepad++, and we can close the web browser. Now we can open 6.2 Paralympics. This is now the question where no instruction is given, just a screenshot. So, sorry, let me just close that again. 6.2 Paralympics. Oops, wrong place. There is 6.2 Paralympics. Edit with Notepad++. There it is. Okay, so let's go see what this one looks like. What is the problem here? So, immediately, if we have a look at this screenshot, let's start at the top. We have our heading there. We have Paralympic Games. Then we have our table. Let me zoom into this table. So if you can see, if we compare this one now to ours, we can see that the heading Winter Olympics is not part of the table. And that is my main heading. That is the first problem that we have. So our heading does not form part of the table, as in the screenshot in this example. You'll see Winter Paralympics forms part of the table. So what we need to do is we need to go to Winter Paralympics. And what is missing here, you can see it is in a row, but to make this a heading, we need to add tags open th and closing th. Now, if we save and we go to our browser and we refresh, you will see it now forms part of the table, but this heading still needs to be merged across all three columns of this table, just as in this example. Can you see the Winter Olympics goes across type, sport, image, and venue. So now what we need to do is in the open tag th, how do we merge? We use the attribute called colspan. And by how many columns must it span? It must span by 3 columns. So if we save now and we refresh, you can see Winter Paralympics is there. Now we can see there's a big problem here in the middle of the table by para cross country skiing. Fabio Canal cross country and biathlon center. What is missing? The image. So which image is missing? The para cross country skiing image. So the cross country skiing image is missing. Now, if we go and have a look, you will see all of the items, all of the rows. There is a heading, image, heading, heading, image, heading. But here is only heading, heading. So there is where my image is missing. So I'm going to add my data, open TD, and I'm somewhere going to close TD already. And now I'm going to add my image. So image, SRC, and now we need to find the name. So we said it was the cross-country image, right? So there's the image, 6 cross-country, and it is a PNG file. So therefore, we are going to say 6 cross-country.png. And if we now save and go to our web browser and we refresh, you will see the image will now be visible in the web page. I hope that is clear. Then let's go to the question paper one last time. I think that is all that we needed to do. The heading is now added. It's in the center. And this web page now looks exactly like my web page. So therefore, we can close the web browser and we can close our Notepad++. And that is the end of question 6.